So today I'm going to be taking a look at the Transformers Breakaway toy from the collaborative series alongside Mia, who is next to me.
Transformers at the moon. Fantastic.
So this is, for all intents and purposes, Optimus Prime that transforms into a soccer ball if you live here in the US, or a football if you live pretty much anywhere else in the world. Now, it's not actually Optimus Prime, it is a different character called Breakaway, a little bit after a sports sort of metaphor for a breakaway. But the face is very much Optimus Prime like, kind of a little bit like Prime or Orion Pax from Transformers 1. It has the same style packaging as the NFL collaborative series, only obviously it's square rather than round. The round one reminded me quite a lot of Beast Wars. The square one is a little bit. It's a bit wider than what I was expecting. You can see a reflection on here from my camera. Um, the back, pretty straightforward, shows you the robot mode and then the football mode on the stand and the official logo at the background, or at the back right here. Nothing much at the bottom, just a few bits on the side. Pretty cool artwork on here. It can't tell if it's actually an artwork or a drawing of the toy. Supposedly 33 steps to transform it. So we will get him out and we will take a look. Breakaway is in the same packaging as I mentioned before as the NFL ones, where it's the bubble and then the cardboard box on the side. There are two tabs on one side and there is a single tab on the other side. Within here, just held on by three little bits of tape. So it can unfold and then the front folds down. And then I've just used an X-Acto knife to cut around the box in order to open it up. Background's kind of a soccer style stadium. With the drop that box down here. I stop when I'm doing this. And this is Breakaway. So we have the usual disclaimer bit of paperwork, the instruction sheet. I was quite interested in this guy, reminding me of the egg beasts or the egg bots from following that they're Microman and Cyclone. Ages 8 and up. Fairly decent size instructions. Images obviously always in black and white, but then they colour on the drawing is just read out for which part of space you're going to move. Figure itself looks like this. You can see there's quite a lot of articulation on the toy, including on the ankles, and then the football soccer ball on this side can peg into the bottom of his feet, and he's held on as usual by those elastic bands. So here is Breakaway again. We've just taken off now the plastic rubber ties. Also, I may have missed one on his chest, but it all sort of comes out. This will kind of show you the size for the ball, and I will do a comparison with the NFL helmets a little later on. This is the stand. I thought maybe it was his feet at first. That also is going to show you the size of what he's going to be like in ball mode. And here is the Team USA ball and a little hole at the back. Let's see if we can get them out. Pulling from the plastic prison, as they say. Now we've got Steve and I have quite a few of the different types of sports label toys from the past. We have the shoes, we've got the popsicle, both official and obviously the I did a video earlier on of the non-licensed transforming popsicles. Got those. We have the Soundwave style tablet. I think we got the Optimus Prime mobile phone as well. The shoes, the device labels. We really like the alternative types of stuff, the transforming DVDs, the transforming target card as well. Interesting getting the logos later on. But this is Breakaway in robot mode. He looks pretty cool. Again, very much obviously just clearly based on Prime or a movie Prime style design for the colours, with a blue and red. Really nice paint apps actually. So a lot of the modern Transformers, I don't really get many of them, but the paint apps look really nice. The face sculpt's really nice. Look at that face sculpt with the eyes and the mouth on here. Back of him, pretty cool with the US logo. Kind of hollow inside as you would expect. And let's see what the toy does. Now, it doesn't have any knee articulation because in order to bend the knee, it bends sideways. So you can do the knee articulation, I guess, if you rotate the legs around to be this way, which is probably the official way of doing it. It's looking on the pictures down here. Yeah, it is. So this is the way it should be for the legs, to have like a little kneecap part here, and then he can have the articulation for the legs to run through. It's a ball and socket joint, sort of one twisting one. So you've got the full twisting here, twisting at the waist. The ankle goes out to the side and goes in for an ankle rocker. And again, that's also on a pivot. So lots of movement around there. And there's the old reverse toe type thing on the back to give him stability, a bit like the old Master Universe toys, where the bad guys or the more insexual people had that reverse claw at the back. The arms, again, they are true ball and socket joints inside, so you've got a full rotation and lifting. The elbow has a swivel. The wrist can come out because of the part of the transformation, but it's also on a ball and socket joint as well. So you can twist the hand around if you want him to reenact Maradona's Hand of God. He could do that as well. He has 2 pegs on his feet for the hole for the ball. So if you're posing him in a cupboard, you can pose him doing a keep you up. You can pose with that ball on his foot. Goes in pretty snug on here as well, which is quite cool. So you could have him in various poses doing volleys and stuff, which is quite nice. Kind of a shame that it's just him, really. Could we do with another guy? I don't know if they'll do Megatron or most likely Dominic Bumblebee it would be. But having another one would be quite cool. So you could have them going up against each other. With the NFL ones, obviously there was 4 in the first wave. It's just Breakaway in this wave. But yeah, he looks really nice. The molding on the chest within here, quite a lot of articulation. Let's see how he transforms. From Prime, let's go a little look at the soccer ball again. Now it does open up. Now I had to use a bit of an X-Acto knife just to pry it open. It was very stiff, but it just folds up flat. And the reason for that is the base unit. It can be stored inside here at the bottom. So there's a little hole on the bottom. There's the peg in the middle of the ball. So if you don't want to have the ball showing, you can just have it inside the base. And I want to put in Prime, but Breakaway does have holes at the bottom of his feet, so he can also then be put into stand on the stand as well. I'm not sure why you'd want to just display him like that. That is a little odd, but there you go. It does fold through as well. Getting that out maybe a bit of a pain. Let's break it from the middle. And to give you a rough idea of the size of this, I just happen to have, because it's near Easter, this is a Cadbury's mini egg. It's a UK one. The US ones are the same, just dark chocolate. And there is the ball. So it's slightly shorter than a mini egg, but a little bit fatter. Doesn't taste as nice as mini eggs, clearly. You shouldn't eat this. I haven't done. The spare piece on the back can also clip onto the back of Breakaway. There's 2 little tabs on here, and there's the 2 holes as well. So that's quite nice because it means that you can clip him in, and there isn't any loose parts then just becomes a little bit of kibble on the back with a giant Autobot symbol. And it's fairly simple transformations for what they're showing on here. Let's see if we can do this live without running through. His hand rotates back inside, so bends down and then bends back up again to then fold back into his arms. Pull it back off as I've already done on that case, and then it looks like this should fold down. In fact, it folds forward. So the chest folds forward. Here's very thin. From here, there's a couple of tabs on this side as well. And it looks like we're going to fold these up. And there's a rotation coming through. That's actually the end of the first page. So flip it around, and we'll come back in a second. So he folds the arms down and it clips up on the back. So this will show you sort of how small he is. A couple of inches coming through. I will compare it to the NFL players later on. This is a little small squishmallow guy. See, he kind of dwarfs. Oh, there goes the ball. Over Breakaway. We're going to then rotate the legs around and we're going to open up these flaps here. Fold the knee piece back in. And then we're going to join that on the midsection in here. Better fold his feet away. That little heel that we did earlier from the bottom. And then we can see he's basically going to fold up to go inside up here. The instructions show it being kind of almost a little bit like T-Bob, if you any of you remember Mask in some way. So he kind of transforms into a little ball with legs. That's like his walk mode, if you like, if you're a Jetfire. And then the feet just fold in and around underneath here. They actually show them folding in multiple different angles to become flat, which is a little unclear for me on exactly how that is going to work. Because they kind of show it going at an angle. In fact, they show it going this way around and then going flat into here. And then the top part will clip on over the top of the feet to make it into a round ball. Now, a little bit of parts filming, I guess, because that back piece comes off, but he is a ball. Muscle fans obviously quite like ball, cylinder type things because of Cybertron, Unicron, stuff like that. So that is his ball mode. And then he can clip onto the stand as well. There's actually quite a decent amount of weight to this, considering that it's just all plastic. And I will get out one of the NFL helmets to show the size difference. So here is one of the NFL crossover toys, and here is Breakaway. So you can see Breakaway is a lot smaller in ball mode if there wasn't a kibble inside. the NFL helmets, it would almost fit inside. But they kind of obviously go together in many ways. They're pretty sweet. If we look compared to robot mode, this is the Kansas City Chiefs version. He's like what, just over the size of his knee. Cool. These are some of the popsicle transforming mechas that I had in a previous video again, just to show you the size. Similar size to that part. And the popsicle mecha robots are a little bit larger actually than the NFL guys on there. And then if you want to compare him to a Diaclone or a G1 Transformer, I've got on here. This is the original. You can't tell because of the reflection. So Blue Street, very much a holy grail for many Transformers fans. I picked this up 2 years ago, so it's about half the size of the box. Coming through on here, pretty cool. So it just kind of balances on the stand. There are a couple of little ridges inside there to have it so that it would grip. So if you had maybe like a large matrix, you could go with that. Probably fits pretty well inside Unicron's mouth as well if you've got the Hasbro Unicron. That is Transformers Collaborative Breakaway, the official World Cup USA 2026 Transformers football, soccer ball. I'm going to call it football. Pretty sweet. I quite like him. I like there to be another one. I'd like to have him in robot mode. I'm probably going to keep him in robot mode along with the NFL ones. I may keep him in ball mode for a little while, but I think the robot mode looks pretty nice. Although if you want to reduce your space down, the ball mode is really cool. So thanks for watching. See you next time.
Transformers at the moon. Fantastic.